One of the best things about this wonderful world we live in is the amazing animals that live here with us. There is such a big variety in colors and types and species. It is truly incredible to be able to get to know some of them better. Some are so stunningly beautiful or so large and powerful that you can only call them majestic. Let's see some of these amazing creatures. These are some of the most majestic animals in the world. Before we get started, please remember to give this video some love by hitting that like button. And if you subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications, then you will never have to miss a thing. First up is the leafy sea dragon. This little guy might not be big, but it is incredibly beautiful and so strange. It can be found in the state of South Australia, and it is the state's emblem too. They live among the rocky reefs or along seaweed beds, basically anywhere there is seaweed for this amazing creature to blend into. Its long, leaf-like appendages blend into its surroundings and help protect it against predators. The only real massive dangers to these animals are, of course, humans. They are a family of the seahorse, and while both are stunning and interesting animals, I still think the leafy sea dragon is more special and way more majestic. The tiger is next on this list. A tiger is one of the more well-known animals on this list, but it is so stunningly beautiful, super graceful, and incredibly powerful that we just had to include it. They are the biggest type of cat in the world, with the Siberian tiger being the largest of the subspecies. Sadly, all of the different types of tigers are endangered. I can't even imagine these incredible big cats going extinct. They are such incredible animals, and that would be so sad. Their stripes go all the way onto their skin, and no two tigers have the same pattern of stripes. It makes each tiger unique, almost like a fingerprint. They are big and strong, but interestingly enough, the white Bengal tiger is said to grow even faster and bigger than the orange one would grow. They are truly breathtaking to see, in my opinion, some of the most stunning animals on this planet. A snow owl is a stunning bird. These Arctic owls are very unique and different from other types of owl species. The males are almost completely white. As they grow older, they become even lighter. So, if you see a completely snow white snow owl, then there's a very good chance that this is a pretty old male. The females have dark pieces in their feathers. They are great hunters and can pounce on prey even through the snow. Their fluffy feathers seem to be great insulation against the cold. They live in some of the coldest parts of the world, but the cold doesn't seem to bother them anyway. They continue on even when the weather is way below freezing. Unlike most owls, they only hunt at night. These owls are active during any time of day. It makes sense. They live in an area where there are times that there is sunlight or darkness all day long. So if they would wait for the sun to set, they might have to wait months for a meal. It just shows how well animals adapt to the world around them. The poison dart frog is up next. These colorful little frogs are stunningly beautiful to look at, but this is a case of look but don't touch. And whatever you do, do not eat one. There are different types of poison dart frogs, and their colors are normally an indicator of just how toxic they are. Most of them won't kill you just because you touch them, but it would be a very unpleasant experience. Just by touching them, you can absorb enough toxins to feel symptoms like pain, cramping, and stiffness. While most will only make you super sick, there are others that are severely poisonous. For example, the golden dart frog has enough toxins to kill as many as 10 men. It would be a good rule to not handle any brightly colored frogs you encounter. You never know just how toxic they could be. But there is a flip side to these toxins. Scientists have started to study these secretions and feel that there might be medical uses for them. For example, they might be used as a muscle relaxer or to stimulate your heart. I guess it is true what they say. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. A fennec fox is another majestic animal. A little fox with the huge ears. These little guys are just so darn cute. They are hard to ignore. A fennec fox is the smallest fox on Earth, but it has the largest ears. But these ears aren't just built to be cute. They have a practical purpose too. The fennec fox lives in the Sahara Desert and other parts of North Africa. So in places that are seriously hot, they need to have a built-in cooling system to be able to survive. That is where their ears come into play. This fox loses lots of heat through his ears, so it helps it stay cool in the harsh desert environments. For the same reason, they also have extra fur on their feet, to serve as a type of shoe to protect the fox's paw pads from the hot sand. Another way that it has adapted is by being able to live without water for long periods of time. They are pretty cool little animals. A horse has to be on this list too. There are good reasons that horses are the favorite animals of many people all around the earth. They are some of the most graceful animals in existence. With incredibly strong legs, horses have been taught to allow humans to ride them and use them as transportation. But those same powerful legs can be pretty dangerous if you get on the wrong side of a mighty kick. Still, there is nothing more beautiful than watching a horse trot or even on a full-speed sprint. While many of us only know the most obvious species of horses, there are in fact more than 300 breeds of different kinds of horses in the world. They are beautiful, they can be funny, and they really deserve their place among some of the most majestic animals on Earth. Next on the list is the candy crab. These little creatures are equal parts beautiful and equal parts a little bit creepy, but I do think the beauty wins out. They try to camouflage themselves by looking like the coral that grows in their natural habitat. Some have even been known to attach little pieces of coral to their body to improve their camouflage. Besides being very pretty, they are very adaptable too. Besides the normal red color, these crabs can turn white, yellow, and pink too. They generally live in the ocean in the saltwater environment, but they can also survive on land and in fresh water. They adapt to survive, and they look good while doing it. Another majestic bird? The flamingo. Most of us are familiar with at least one species of flamingo, but these unique birds are still pretty special creatures. Some of the larger birds around, they still only weigh around 4 to 8 pounds. That's pretty light for a bird of that size. This also allows them to be able to fly pretty far and pretty quickly. We have all seen a flamingo standing on one leg, in person or at least in a picture. But the funny thing is that no one really knows why they do this. Some think it might be to preserve body heat, but no one is really sure. What we do know is that this doesn't cause any muscle strain, so it takes the same amount of effort to stand on one leg as it would to stand on both legs. They are definitely some of the most exotic birds we know and some of the most majestic. A mandarin fish is next on the list. There are some incredibly stunning fish in the sea, but even among these, the mandarin fish stands out. They are pretty mesmerizing to look at and are very pretty. These shy fish live in lagoons and inshore reefs and prefer to avoid even the company of other fish. Besides being stunningly beautiful, they also have a variety of other unique qualities. For example, they don't have scales. They rather have slimy skin. To keep predators at bay, this skin is coated in a super stinky mucus to try to ensure that no other animal will treat them as a snack. The mucus coating also protects them against parasites, so it is really well designed to protect them. You really have to look for these fish to be able to see them, but that is a little effort that pays off well if you get to have the special experience of seeing these beautiful creatures in their natural habitats. The glass-wing butterfly is a majestic insect. These magnificent insects are known for their transparent wings. They're also called little mirrors in Spanish, and they are really special little creatures. Their transparent wings allow animals and predators to see the plants behind them, and this helps to camouflage the butterfly without too much effort. They blend into their environment. They don't have the scales that other butterflies have, and that is what helps the tissue between their veins look almost completely like glass. They're pretty rare and are only seen in tropical rainforests, and they only live around 6 to 12 weeks, so it is important to enjoy these stunning insects while they're around. There are so many majestic animals from all parts of the world that it is simply impossible to name them all. There are animals that live in water like the incredibly clever and graceful dolphin or the beautiful sea turtle. Or there are animals that live in the wild like the massive and intelligent wolf that looks after its family or the powerful bear. There are birds like the eagle that are the kings of the sky, or even little insects that are so small that we might not even notice them. The earth has so many beautiful creatures that we get to see and enjoy. It is really an amazing privilege we have. Thanks for watching.